everybody. Hey, Lisa.
Hey, Tammy. Hey, everybody. Hope everybody's doing well. Long time no see.
Yes, it has been. It's been a minute.
It
And
has
welcome,
been.
welcome, everyone. Beverly Moffat, good to see you. And Gwen, hello. Thank you for coming.
Yes.
I hope
So
everybody's.
apologize that it was longer than we anticipated, but that was on me. So,
Mhm. Well, part of it was me too, remember?
yeah,
So we had the
true.
holidays and took a minute. So, um,
It's a good reset.
good reset. And it's real life. So that's why the name of our live today, real life refresh. um
Exactly.
because the we're not in it to encourage everybody to set resolutions at the beginning of the year and see how long they last. That's really not what we're
I,
all about.
by the 18th, they're done, is what everyone says.
I heard 2 weeks.
Yes.
Right now we're encouraging everybody to get started, and everyone else is already kind of bowed out of their initial plan. So
Yeah, for sure.
mhm.
For sure.
But that's okay, because what we want to talk about is setting real life expectations and doing all of the things that you want to do this year, and having the 7F goal setting method and our weekly lives here to encourage and motivate you be a
That's
part of the
right.
process.
You
So,
know, it's funny. I remember one of the years we were
hey,
doing this,
Jamie.
I said, oh, we're just going to we don't have any real goals.
Yeah.
And it was just funny because I put out a short for a recap of 2025, and I didn't include a lot of the garden.
Hmm.
So it was interesting because, you think you're not going to do much, and then you look at it, and like Gwen had made a comment like, wow, you were busy.
Hmm.
And it's like, yeah, you look back and you're like, holy cow, I learned a lot this year.
Yeah, and I got a lot done.
Hey, Jamie.
A lot more than what you realize you did, for sure.
Exactly. That's why I love looking back, because you realize that you've done a
Hmm.
lot.
Hmm.
Or if you look back and you realize you haven't, it's
Yep.
time to push yourself a little.
Yeah, that's right. And you know why, everybody? Because if you think about it, when you work for someone, I'm just going to say, we should all kind of think of ourselves as a little bit of a corporation, and or at least an incorporated. And I say that because you are yourself. Nobody's going to manage your time for you. No one's going to make sure that you have fun and enjoy your life. They're going to optimize on what you provide to them as a service, because we go through life providing things to people as a service, and likewise we get things from them. And because that's what you call relationships, when you love your spouse and you all are taking care of one another and your friends and your family and so forth. But if you think of yourself as an incorporation, when you work for a company, they're making sure that you optimize your time and your participation. They're making sure that you have the skills necessary to do that job. They're making sure that you have sick, well, if you work for a good company, they'll make sure that you have, sick pay for when you're out sick and so forth. Just kind of thinking about all the things that, a company does when you're an employee of a company. But we should all try to be an employee of ourself,
Amen.
right? Mm-hmm.
Amen.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, build the life you want.
Mm-hmm.
It may not be perfect in the sense that, you still have to go to work and everything, but
Yeah.
build the life you want.
Yeah.
Put the things in your life that you want there
Mm-hmm.
and take out the things you don't want that you can,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Gwen, you're so funny.
Same.
If you think of, not me, I'm still working, folks. But if you think about it, like even as a parent, when you're managing your kids' time, managing the food that they eat, making sure they're not eating junk food all
Right.
the time, managing their screen time to make sure they're not sitting online too much, managing their school. Are they educating themselves and learning the things? Are they being responsible and doing their chores? Hey, John, good to see you. Hope
Good to
all
see you, John.
um but anyways, you're as a parent, you make sure that all these things are done, and then you reach adulthood and you see some adults, honestly, that they need to remind themselves that they're eating like they wouldn't even let their own children eat. Like or or they, it's just all of those things combined. So to me, that's kind of representative of what like the 7F goal setting is. It's keeping yourself in check and making sure that you are learning the things that you want to, and that you're really living a life that you want to live instead of letting time get away from you.
Right, because it passes by so fast. And I mean, I think the thing is too, like you can learn things if you make the time. You don't have to be so rigid.
Mhm.
For example, I have to use my milk that I purchase every week.
Mhm.
I have to use it, and we haven't had a chance because we've been busy and helping friends with stuff and everything. And I need to do it today. Why? Because I have to pick up more milk tomorrow.
Mhm.
So I have it out on the counter. We're going to get ready and we're going to attempt to make cheddar.
Oh my goodness.
But
I'm excited for that. I hope you video it.
so I can because I don't know what I'm doing.
Okay. Well, this will be
But
your first time. You can video it next time.
yeah, so it's like it's one of those things where, the mister made a cheese press for us,
Mhm.
and we're going to give it a shot and see how it goes.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited, Lisa.
So it's not like it's going to take forever in the sense that,
Mhm.
yeah, it'll take us this afternoon. We'll do the
Yeah.
things that we need. Yes, I
Mhm.
do, Gwen. Um, and we'll get it all done and let it sit for a bit.
Mhm. That's awesome. To me, that's like the holy grail of cheeses. And I say that because it's like the most used in our household. And
Yeah.
it feels like it's like the hardest to make?
It just takes time.
Mhm.
You got to age it. It takes time
Yeah.
to keep the curds at a certain temperature and all that. Like
Mhm.
I'm not going to act like I know what I'm doing, but I mean
Yeah.
it's something we're going to give a shot and
Mhm.
try. And
Mhm. I
um,
am looking forward to hearing about your experience with that.
she says, "I bet you got them at Harvey's." Yes, I did. A
Oh,
long, long time ago.
awesome.
But yeah, we have them. But there's things you can do. Like, it's been over a year. Well, wait a minute. I think it's no,
Hey
we're
there with
coming
all
up on a
that.
year of the raw milk stuff.
Mhm.
Hey, Suburban Hillbilly, good to see you. Take that nap in the sunshine. I posted a short of Eleanor snoring in the sunshine.
I need the nap and I need the sunshine.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense, Gwen. I totally get it. What I ended up doing, Harvey's ordered it for me from a place, and now they have it in stock because a lot of people are going there to get it. But
Mhm.
um,
That's very cool, Lisa.
yeah.
I'm excited to see how that goes.
Hey, Heather,
I
good to
do
see
have
you.
my Kratky hydroponics going, if you can see my little purple light in the
I
background.
love it. I love it.
So
Great
excited.
job.
Thank you. Your videos were super helpful.
Good.
I'll be sharing a video on it. I'm hoping by Thursday, but I wanted to make sure I had some starts coming up that I could transplant first. And so for that reason, I might all of them haven't sprouted enough to where they're transplant ready. So I might end
Right.
up putting it up Monday. I might have a different video out Thursday because I'm trying to stay on top of that. Hey Heather, thank you for coming. Good to see you guys.
I am so bad. I don't even think I've gotten a video of. I think I got one up in December. I don't even know.
That's on my it's on one of my goal lists for this year is
Good.
yeah, is to, just do better with getting my regular content up. But I know you do other platforms, Lisa. I don't do other platforms. YouTube is the only thing that I do. So I want to make sure I do it well.
Yeah, that makes sense. I do Instagram, but Instagram is not a money earner. It's more a community builder.
Mhm.
There's no money being earned.
Mhm. Yeah.
Um, But yeah,
Huh. That's interesting. Have you thought about, I know you've mentioned like doing a website in the past. Have you thought about revisiting that?
yes and no.
Okay.
Yes and no. I'm just kind of at the point where it's like I like the life I'm living. I don't
Yeah.
want to complicate it,
Yeah. Or
quite
have more
honestly.
work. It's more work, you know?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And shipping is out of control.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just feeling like I sent seeds. I sent some handmade items to someone who gave me a fleece,
Mm-hmm.
and I sent a used book to somebody that I got for free.
Mm-hmm.
It was like a horse medical encyclopedia.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, I think it cost me over $60.
Holy smokes. Whenever I mail books, I mail just books. I do not include a card or anything. And I mail it as media mail. So it's only
Yeah,
$4.50. I try to do that.
yeah, that
I had
makes sense.
back surgery 4 weeks ago. I have high hopes to resurrect my garden this year. So I started pepper seeds on January 3rd. Oh, there you go. Great
Well, I
job.
hope your
My goodness.
surgery went well and your recovery, but I'm really excited that you started pepper
Mhm.
seeds
Yeah, that's awesome.
because I know you
And
missed it last year.
yeah. And that's one thing as we set goals, we got to keep it real for ourselves. We've got to keep it manageable. And sometimes life is going to throw us a curveball like mid-year. Like with me this last year, September, I got sick. I was sick for quite a lot longer than I wanted to be. And then it kind of turned into another thing. And then, my mom passing and then the holidays. I almost felt like I just completely missed out on the last 4 months of the year. So there was a lot of things I didn't get to that I
Right,
wished I would have. But
right.
fortunately, I was functioning, pretty well prior to that. So I got a lot of things done that I had wanted to do. I need to
No,
get right for seeds, starting working in the garden, trying to get it clipping right. I need to sort my seeds. Oh, everybody, I want to give a shout out for Indiana Backyard Gardener. She does a seed swap every year. You basically mail her like 5 to 10 seed packets and then send her a list of your wish list for seeds, and you'll get back. Oh my gosh, I get like 30 to 40 different kinds of seeds every year when I'm participating in that. I just absolutely love it. I get
that's
things
cool.
that I didn't know I wanted.
Yeah,
That's how
yeah, that's cool.
Mhm. So when we're talking about goal setting, as I was, so I got a little book. I got a couple little books. I got one for myself, one for my daughter, and this is a Clever Fox brand. It's real cheap. I got it on Amazon. It was like $18. It was not expensive. But it's kind of nice how it has it. It starts out at the beginning. What is the vision for the life I want? So you don't have to have this book to answer that question, but I feel like it's a really nice question to ask yourself. The beginning of the year is a good, trigger for doing that because it's not like we sit around thinking, "What's the vision for my life I want?" all the time. But I thought that was really cool.
I
So
like that.
right, yeah, I thought that was neat. And
I do
then
like that.
yeah. So everybody remember that. Write that down. What is the vision for the life I want? It's a good check in on yourself. Like, because then you can kind of write that down. Remember, don't give yourself any like, walls or any barriers or any there's not that's not the place for your I can'ts. That's just the place for your what is the vision for the life that you want. We don't limit ourselves when we ask that question. Just putting that out there because I know some people's brains travel the path first, but don't go straight to the vision for the life you want. Uh,
Hmm.
and then your next question, what is my life's purpose? What is my mission? And that's kind of a tricky one, right? I mean, and this is beyond the yes. And I don't mean to sound condescending or anything like that, but of course, like my life's mission, make it to heaven.
Right.
But this isn't talking about that necessarily. This is not what that question means. So, but what is your life's what do you feel called to do? I don't know, Lisa, you want to expand on that question with what goes through your mind when you hear it?
Well, I think what do you feel called to do is huge because I know in
Mhm.
2020,
Mhm.
life events and world events
Mhm.
told me I needed to be on a mission to grow food,
Mm. Mhm.
my own food. I
Mhm.
needed to be less reliant on a grocery store.
Yeah.
I needed to be more productive
Mhm.
and enjoy every moment.
Mhm.
And like Gwen says, God doesn't have a budget, ask for whatever you want in your life.
For real.
The reality of it is we can't have some livestock that we want.
Mhm. That's right.
So we just jumped in and did what we could, and we stopped at pigs because we felt they were what we wanted, or I fell in love with them.
Mhm.
But even things like the garden, right? If you
Mhm.
watched us the first 4 years or 3 years we were gardening here,
Yeah.
I thought I was going to grow food like I did in Connecticut and North
Yeah.
Carolina. And
Mhm.
that was when I didn't depend on it, right?
Mhm. Mhm.
And it was horrid.
Yeah.
And then, 2 years ago was when we had the garden that we had totally envisioned. So
Mhm.
no limitations at all.
Mhm.
No limitations at all.
Yeah.
You figure out what you can
Mhm.
and you take it from there.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you can get local if you can't have a dairy animal
Mhm.
like we can't. If could I have a dairy goat? Yes. I don't
Mhm.
want one.
Mhm.
But I have an opportunity to get local milk from somebody. I
Yeah.
have an opportunity to get local beef. And
Mhm.
quite honestly, it's not worth it to me because I can get it from them. If
Mhm.
in the case that, the world fell apart, I could live on
Mhm.
other animals too.
Yeah, that's right. Plus, in the meantime, you're eating healthier.
Hmm.
So you're giving your body food that is going to be better for your body, and you're not necessarily going to have to worry about, you know, getting GMO foods that, there is some research out there that's saying that those GMO foods are messing up our hormones, that they're messing up our our ability to process and disturbing our metabolic pathways, and also preventing disease by eating healthy like that too.
Right.
And the cost, like the video that you sent me. And
Oh,
oh my goodness, I never thought about AI doing, like, being involved in that process.
AI is evil. It's evil. I'm sorry. I know that it's people love it because they think it's
Mhm.
handy. I
Mhm.
think it's evil because it's totally ridiculous.
Mhm.
But I will put I'm going to put a link if that is that okay?
Oh yeah, go for it.
I'm going to put a link in the chat
Mhm.
and you guys can decide if you want to view it. It's about let's see here. I think it's like 16 minutes.
Mhm.
But, dynamic pricing has been around for a while. I sad to say I knew it, but I didn't know it, if that makes sense.
Hey Corey, thanks for coming by.
I
Can you
didn't know
tell
there was a
everybody what
name.
dynamic pricing is, Lisa?
Um, Basically, they can change prices based on the time of day, the day of the week. And so I know
Season.
that's huh?
Season.
Season.
Mhm.
I know that, and I know it's been around for a while.
Like it
But
rains and all of a sudden umbrellas are like $20 instead of 10.
right. This video talks about dynamic pricing and it talks about surveillance pricing based on your algorithm because we all walk into a store. A lot of us carry a phone on us and stuff. So I will post the link in the chat. Hey, Corey's Outdoor Adventures. And you guys can decide if you want to watch it. But for me, it's AI and it's scary. And anywhere you shop that has electronic um, price labels on the shelf,
Mhm. Hey, who's doing that? I haven't noticed any stores doing that, but
I have not noticed it. I have
That's
not noticed it here, but I have to admit I have not been in a Walmart since maybe
mhm.
October or
I think
November or
weird.
earlier.
Let me Google it.
So, but Walmart is one of them.
Oh, really? Oh, not ours, thank goodness, but still.
Yeah, so let me just copy this.
So the link that she's going to share with you guys is to a video, and you can actually see in this video that what is happening when you walk into a store with your phone on you, the AI is aware of your interests. So they know maybe that you have, I think one example that they use is like they know you have children and they know you have one who likes, video games, and they may know that the birthday is coming up. So the prices of those games is going to go up a little bit for you because they know that there's a greater likelihood of you purchasing. And they're just saying that you might see something priced at like, $400 online. But when you pull into the grocery store, all of a sudden, I guess Target does this. When you pull into the grocery store or Target parking lot, all of a sudden, Target's online pricing that you're seeing shoots up $100 because they know that the likelihood of you purchasing whatever it is you're looking at is greater. Right, Lisa? That's one of the things.
Yeah, and like they were saying, like for Instacart. Now I don't use we don't have Instacart in our town, but
Mhm.
anyway, the point is a lot of people do use Instacart. I think it's crazy, but I get it.
Yeah.
I don't have to agree. The point is one of the things they gave on Instacart, and I think they noticed anywhere from a 2 to 5% price difference
Mhm.
for different users.
And I found it, Lisa. So major grocery chains like Walmart, Kroger, Whole Foods, Amazon Fresh, along with other retailers like Albertsons, and I haven't heard of this one, Schnucks. Haven't heard of that store. Anyhow,
No.
they are actively rolling out digital price tags. So
Yep.
on the shelf, you're going to have the little digital tag there. And when you approach that to get something, that digital price could change on you like that based on the technology that exists involving AI. And you could physically see these prices change. You ever been about ready to get gas and all of a sudden you see the price change for gas? That's actually happened to us before. But this is going
Wow.
to happen in your grocery stores.
So if you think about it, for people who work, right, they work all day,
Mm-hmm.
right? When do they go to the grocery store? They often go on the way home,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Oh, I get where you're going. Mm-hmm.
And so, from 5 to 7, maybe
Mm-hmm.
the busy time for
Yeah.
people after work,
Oh my gosh,
rush hour,
your prices.
the prices will be higher.
Oh wow, that's so messed up. Hmm. And they're assuming that those people are employed, so maybe they have the money to buy the groceries that people that are there during the daytime do not.
Right, right. And it was like they were going to say like, "Oh, they can tell by your algorithm that you've
Hmm.
been looking up recipes for banana bread," was one of the examples
Hmm.
they gave. And so bananas can go from say $1.29 a pound
Hmm.
to $1.89 a pound
Hmm.
because they know you're more likely to buy it because you've been
Hmm.
watching those videos.
Hmm.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it is.
And they said like even loyalty programs, I don't do this. I mean, I'm in loyalty programs, so I'm
Mhm.
guilty of that.
Yeah.
But they said some people were playing games on apps for loyalty programs to earn coupons, I guess.
Yeah.
And so they're talking about those people will be affected because they track what you're buying and stuff.
Hmm.
I don't
Fighting
know, Heather. I mean,
I, what we do already with our shopping is we try to buy things when they're on sale. We get
right,
as much as we can get. And sometimes that means buy everything on the shelf. I used to feel bad about doing that and I don't feel I don't feel bad about doing it. If it's on a clearance shelf, nobody wanted it already anyway. Just say
right. She brings a good point because, like, it says make plans and get them when others are
yeah.
not, like canning jars. Well, I know here canning jars tend to be very pricey and very scarce in non-canning season.
Mhm.
And I'm talking my local stores because
Huh.
I don't, except for like Harvey's because they have them
Yeah.
all year round.
Yeah.
But I noticed that when you go to, like say Baumgar's, which is like an ag store here,
Yep. We got them. Mhm.
we go to Baumgar's, their canning supplies are extremely scarce and limited the rest of the
Mhm.
year, and then they explode into an entire aisle during
Mhm.
canning season.
Yeah.
You know, it's like seeds. Seeds
Mhm.
get put out, and then by the time summer comes, they're
Mhm.
gone
Yeah. Yeah.
because around here, nobody's planting for you
Mhm.
should have gotten them already, is basically what they're telling you.
Yeah. Yeah. So as you think about the things that we've been discussing in relation to your goals, that that presents you with the why. And when we talk about what's my life's purpose, what is my mission, and we make sure that all of our goals align with those things, you can, think about what we just discussed and kind of help drive you to where you're at in regards to those things. But planning is everything. So when you're setting up your goals for the year, everything's seasonal and it all comes with cost. There's some other stuff in this book, some other great questions. And those include like a section for stating what you're grateful for and your my affirmations if you're into that kind of thing. I never do much with the my affirmations thing. I guess maybe I kind of do, but I'm not. There's a whole section, like more than I probably need. But here's another big one that I do feel is really important when you're talking about your goals for the year. What am I passionate about? And what brings me joy in life? For me, that's huge because I want to make sure that I am doing what I'm passionate about. And I want to do very little that does not bring me joy. I mean, and there's the whole be thankful when you're washing dishes that you had food to put on them thing. And I get that. Um, but this is really when I think of it, I think about skills for the year. I think about where am I investing a lot of my times. So these are in your goals bucket of what you want to do this year. These are the big chunks to me, like the gardening. I'm passionate about growing, food for the family, trying to eat healthy and growing herbs. I want to grow more herbs this year. So those are kind of my big stones in there.
You know, we talk about it all the time here and we call it the great unlearning.
Okay. Say more about that for me.
So we're programmed.
Mhm.
We are so programmed
Mhm.
to have the job,
Mhm.
work the corporate ladder,
Mhm.
do well,
Mhm.
buy the house,
Yep.
blah, 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 blah.
Yep.
Right? It
All,
goes on down the line.
get in debt to buy the house.
Right, right,
Get in debt
right,
to buy the car that costs you, only 25, maybe even 50% of your house cost. Anyways.
right.
Yeah.
Aside from the house, right?
Mhm.
A
Mhm.
lot of this stuff we don't need. I
Mhm.
mean, we need a car. I get that, but we don't need a fancy car. We just need
Mhm.
a reliable car. We need to
Yep.
take care of the car we have. But
Mhm. Gosh, who wants a new car? Oh my gosh.
I couldn't
All of
imagine.
the
But
stuff in those things,
yeah,
it's ridiculous. And remember, we bought one for a minute and then
yep,
we took it back.
yep,
And I'm so glad that we did. I don't want a car that knows where I'm going. It's so weird to me to have a big computer screen that's the size of my laptop for work. Makes me feel like I'm working when I'm in the vehicle. You know,
right. But
it's
it's all about unlearning from that programming
yeah.
that was instilled in many of us,
Uh-huh.
you know? Um, and I think that's the big thing. Like, you know, you go when you go to the store and you eat grocery store meat. I'm not knocking anyone who does. I'm just simply saying there's a difference. If you go to the store and
Yeah.
you're eating grocery store meat, and then you go to a farmer or a
Mhm.
rancher
Yeah.
and you purchase their meat,
Mhm.
it for us, we have this conversation all the time. It makes us think, what have they been feeding us?
Mhm.
Again, not trying to alienate anybody, just provoking thought.
Yeah.
Same
Yeah.
thing with products. It's like when you don't need the latest and greatest.
Mhm.
You don't need all of that stuff.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh, can I go to one little thing real quick? You made me
yeah,
think. When we talk about corporations and how they're typically going to think, right? Like they're going to be thinking, what's going to be best for my bottom line? When you see that a package has visibly shrinked and it's obvious that it's no longer, 12 ounces, it's now 10 ounces, just for example, that's what they're doing for their bottom line so that the people way, way, way up high can keep making the same amount of money. Like they want to make more money. Maybe I shouldn't even say same amount. They still want to increase their wealth. But to think that that's the only change being made to that product might be an overassumption. We all know all the food is changing. All you got to do is read the label to see it. They're replacing a food ingredient with a synthetic ingredient
Oh,
because they're able to get the synthetic ingredient at a better price. And we used to hear things about flour, and people would think flowers, flowers, flour. I just watched a video on flour and the difference between the flour, like, and how it's so chemical now. So if if you really want to eat healthy with flour, you need to get like King Arthur brand. And there was a couple other ones, but Google it and you can see what I'm talking about. But
King
if
Arthur came in with rated the highest for
mhm,
store-bought flour, which is
yeah,
interesting.
but if you think about, okay, that's what they're doing. Now remember, I am Tammy Incorporated, right? Like think about yourself like that. What's my bottom line? So, what is my bottom line when it comes to how I feel? Because that's really important. You're not going to be able to do all the things that you want to do unless you feel good. So, we need to set our own guidelines for what we want too, right? We want to have food. We don't want to eat chemicals. Like even if they taste good because they
Yeah,
make them taste good.
don't get me started.
Mhm.
Bioengineered ingredients.
Yeah.
Tammy's been talking about focusing on the life that you want, right? In these
Mhm.
journals that she bought and stuff.
Mhm.
And if you just to not to go off the conspiracy train, but
Mhm.
she said think about it as a business, right? When you went to the store, you're trying to buy the spend them get the best deal, right? You're trying to get the best deal, spend the least amount of money.
Mhm.
A corporation is doing the same thing,
Mhm.
but unlike most of us,
Mhm.
they're trying to make more millions over what they're already making.
Yep.
So be invested in yourself like a
Yeah.
corporation would be invested in screwing you for
Yeah. Yeah. So
inferior product.
if you're passionate about your health and you're passionate about what brings you joy, then think about what you can do to make yourself feel better. And even when a lot of people hate the fitness goals, but when you think about your fitness goals, remember lumped in there is drink more water. Limit, I like what Rebecca just said. And then there are microplastics. Reduce the amount of, plastics you have in your house. Think about what your cooking tools are that you're using. Think about the ingredients in the product that you're buying because you might be paying less on food by buying the cheapest thing, the great value or what have you, but you're going to pay less there and you're going to pay more to the doctor because, healthcare costs are just ridiculous. And that could be the trade-off. And do you really want that trade-off? And then think about growing something. You can actually grow a Dollar Tree. That would be your tomato plant, your bell pepper plant. Those are Dollar Trees now because a dang bell pepper is like $1.25 or something stupid. But grow a Dollar Tree.
Yeah.
All right. The next thing that it talks about is skills to learn and habits to adopt this year. And I love that because that's what gets us away. That's what gets us, for me, when I think about skills to learn, I'm thinking about making cheese like Lisa's going to be doing. I'm thinking about making some of those things from natural ingredients instead of having to purchase them. That's one of the first things that goes through my mind,
Hmm. And go figure, we've been drinking raw milk for almost a year and we're still alive.
right? Oh, I read an article on that the other day, and it was actually like counting the number of people that have died from this in the last year versus the number of people that died from drinking raw milk. And it was like,
Uh-huh.
since 1950, there's only been like,
Hi,
and
Penny.
hey, Penny, thank you for coming in. Thank you.
Yeah, agreed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So many skills. While we're talking about skills, can everybody drop in the chat what are some skills that you want to work on this year? Even if it's whether it's a brand new skill or a skill you want to get better at. I'm going to drop mine in too. I'm
Yep,
putting mac
type
and
in mine.
cheese. I've only made chèvre. That's the only cheese that I've made so far. Is with the goat's milk, and we've got goats that are going to be in milk soon. Super excited.
Yay.
Got guaranteed two different goats that are pregnant right now. So they should be kidding like in February. Super excited. Hey, 1 million pumpkins. Thank you for coming by. Good to see you guys. Oh, and you're doing so good with your knitting, Lisa.
Trying.
Air grafting, grow side hustles. Yes, Heather, to those side hustles.
Yes to the side hustles, exactly.
I just met some of the
You need to
nicest.
try more. Go ahead.
Oh, mozzarella. I would love to try mozzarella.
It's so easy. You have to do it.
Okay, hold on. I need to write this down.
My new skill is keeping my spreadsheet and improving my YouTube channel. Good for you, 1 million pumpkins.
Me too. Improving my YouTube channel. Oh, I have news that I'm going to share with you guys. I'm super excited. I haven't even told Lisa yet. Everybody knows like how into herbal medicine I am. Hey, Joni, thank you for coming.
Hey, Joni.
But I am going to be starting an herbal study hall live that I'm going to be doing every week. And it's going to be on Thursdays. I'm still monkeying with the ideal time a little bit because I want a time that's good for everybody else, but most importantly, sorry, I need a time that's good for me.
Yeah.
Because I need to make sure, all cylinders are firing still. If I do it too late at night, I'm be like,
Yeah. Great job, Penny.
oh, I love that, Penny. That's on my want list is a grain mill. I'm adding that one. Um, but I'm gonna be doing that, and I'm super excited about it. So just so you know, that's one of my things. My goal. I need to get in like 15 assignments this year, and that if I could do more than that, that would be great. And I think that the herbal study hall. I think one of my things is I think I could kind of combine what I'm working on and
Yep.
maybe do some live tutorials with me putting together, some herbal medicines. Because from this point on, that looks like what I'm doing for every lesson. But then I can also dive deep into certain topics like herbal energetics, and we can talk about what is a diaphoretic and, maybe a couple other things and just spend our time talking about that. I estimate that it's going to be 30 minutes to an hour, no more than that. And I'm going to try to stay very on topic. So I'm going to have a very specific topic for every herbal study hall. And as soon as I feel like I've said everything there is to say about that, I'm going to end it. So,
You may want to put a thing in the chat when you start that you're only
mhm.
discussing this herb, and
Oh,
I would ignore any other questions on another herb.
yeah, I'll tell them.
No
Nope.
offense to anybody, but I think
Yeah, that's a good idea.
somebody pops in, doesn't know what's going on, and then
Yeah,
they're asking questions about 50 herbs, and it
hmm
derails the
that.
brevity of
Hmm.
the live, which is helpful when it's
Yeah,
not full of other information.
that's a great idea. Yeah, and I think that what I could do is shift them to go enter a comment instead of putting it in the chat because that
Mhm.
could be like answered at a future herbal study hall.
Right, right.
And I like the name. So I went with herbal study hall too because I feel like it almost doesn't matter who you are. anybody who's studying herbs, we're still studying. There's always more to learn. Somebody else, our specialty areas are going to be those areas that we've actually touched the most. We're going to know the herbs we've worked with the most. We're going to know the indications, this illnesses and so forth that we've had experience with the most, right? So I like the name Herbal Study Hall because I feel like it just gives everybody a chance to come together and study. Plus, it's going to be me. Like, I'm going to be working through assignments and things so I can, kind of share what I got going on, I guess.
Heather had an even better idea, and I thought of it after I said the chat.
Yeah, I like that, Heather.
So keep that in mind. It's pretty easy to do.
Yeah, yeah, I'll do that. Yeah, that's a great idea. I'm looking forward to it. So that's one of my YouTube things that I'm doing on YouTube, trying to get a video up regularly. And I think I'm going to go ahead and do like a membership thing. And the reason for that is because I'd like to set a personal expectation for my YouTube channel that it generate a certain amount of money per month. And I mean, I don't know. I'm going to be fully transparent here. Like, I'm not always making $50 a month. Sometimes I make 50, a little more if, one of my older videos has really gone well. But I would say I might be more around like the 30 range. I don't know how everybody else is,
Except
but
for last year,
mhm,
that's about what we did.
yeah. But it doesn't, I've really pondered getting a membership going because it makes me feel bad. There's a part of doing that makes me feel bad, I guess, makes me feel like bad's a really big word, but I don't want to have to ask anybody for money. But then I'm not asking. I'm giving that opportunity. And if people want to do that, they can. And the thing I was thinking that marries well with my herbal study hall is that maybe for members, I could provide them some more individualized feedback at a certain level regarding herbal questions. Maybe, and one thing I was thinking is I could do like a drawing every quarter and, give something to members. So 1 million pumpkins getting monetized is a good idea. And in my experience, it takes a community to get you there. I mean,
Mhm.
unless like, you're somebody who just goes viral. That's not most of us.
I don't want to go viral.
Yeah. I don't want, you know what I don't want to? I don't want to like lose my anonymity when I'm out in public.
Right.
And I've heard that from some channels, like they start to scale back and they're like, look, we can't go to the grocery store anymore.
Yeah.
Life has become a problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, if someone wants to learn better, they will take. Yeah, so I'm going to do that with my YouTube channel and try to make sure I get one video up a week
Good for you.
because I'm not always really good about that.
Mm-mm.
I wish my
Me
mom
neither.
remember when I was growing up. She knew a lot about herbalism before it was named herbalism.
Yep.
Feed and make home remedies for 5 kids during the Great Depression. Oh,
Absolutely.
that's cool. I know it, Rebecca. Yes, navigating and throw me into the learning. Oh, yeah, that's awesome, Joni. Yeah, we're all there with you
Huh.
in some form or fashion. Some folks get it much worse than others, which really is a bummer. But that's my fun thing.
Awesome.
Yeah, I'm excited about it. I want YouTube to be an extension of what I do and what I have fun doing and what's going on. I don't want to have to step out of my routine, my path and have
Right.
to do something completely different. But I do like that it challenges me because
Right.
sometimes I get challenged too.
Absolutely.
That's always a good thing. Yeah. What else? Any other
What's
skills?
I was going to say, what's next on your journal?
Oh, okay.
Hey,
Habits to
Barb.
adopt this year. Hey, Barb. I'm so excited you're going to be joining in our cake fest. I've been thinking about that cake fest for a minute because, you know, it's always like cake, I don't know, there's a pie thing going on. Cake doesn't get enough credit. But habits to adopt this year. And in this book, there is I can't really show you guys, but like one page. Oh, let me turn off my thing.
Yeah.
Maybe you can see. Hold on. Oh, that wasn't it. Hang on, almost there.
Settings.
Visual effects, right?
Yep.
Okay. Is it letting you see? Hold on. Oh, it's this way. See the little bubbles?
Yep.
Oops. That is for habits. So
Huh.
it's really cool. In this bottom little corner, it's got personal to-do list is one square, habits, and this is for the week. So this is like your whole weekly thing. This week's wins and how I'll improve next week, which is awesome. And the habits and skills is like Monday through Friday. You put your things there, and it doesn't have to
Hmm.
be a ton of stuff. And then you just bubble it in as you do it. So see, I played my guitar this morning before I
Nice.
started working. Yeah, I want to start picking my guitar up every day because I wanted to get better. I didn't want to forget what I already know.
Right, right.
What
Good
kind
for
of
you.
crying is that? But setting habits, and if we could get some things to be more of a habit, I have exercise on there because I want that to be a habit. Reading my Bible, I want this to be a habit. And I put 2 water bottles because that means 2 of these guys. Um, so setting our habits, and I feel like that could almost take up a whole live to talk about that. You know what? Oh, eat like a girl, fast like a girl, and age like a girl. Mindy Pelts. I'm going to write that down.
I am, Barb. I'm doing fine. Just uncomfortable sitting today. Hey, Gail.
Let's see. Mindy Pelts. What do you think about habits, Lisa?
Habits are important. I mean, it's just once you build it, it's easier. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Yeah.
doing well, Suburban Hillbilly. I'm just
What in the
uncomfortable sitting.
world? Penny, thank you so much.
Thanks, Penny.
Oh my goodness. You didn't have to do that, Penny, but I sure appreciate it. That
How
is so
sweet.
kind. Oh my gosh, thank you so much. It absolutely will. I'm gonna buy a book with it. Probably one of these Mindy Pelts ones. Thank you so much. That is awesome. I'm liking the fast like a girl one. That's cool. Hey Gail, thank you for coming. Does anybody have any habits that they're trying to establish this year? Maybe drop it in the chat what you all are working on. Penny, that made my day.
So exciting.
It is.
So generous.
That is so generous. My goodness. Trying not to eat after sex. Yeah. We're thinking we need to stop eating after 7 because we are ridiculous about how late we stay up. It's absurd. But sometimes I was doing a TV workout at 11:30 at night one time, you guys.
Oh my gosh.
Like, no, I got to do this. I got to do this. Gail's health journey, like she's doing this, walking 31 days straight with um with Heather, right? Heather Milk and Honey Heritage Farms, and I'm like, I've got to do this. Everybody else is walking. I've got to walk too. So I was doing a walking workout at 11:30. Needless to say, I didn't get to sleep till like 1:30 and
I
had
was
to
gonna
work.
say I could not walk that late. I'd be up all night.
Yeah, that's what happens. And eating triggers me too. But I love if ever anybody's wanting to just like make sure that you move more. I mean, your walk could be 5 minutes. And
Yeah.
I've told people about this before, and I don't know how many people are doing it, but there are channels on YouTube that you can go to, and they have exercises, and
Mhm.
you could type in um, walking workout 5 minutes. And I'm not lying. When I started last year, that's exactly what I looked for. Walking workout 5 minutes,
Yeah.
standing workout 5 minutes. And then I quickly went to 10 minutes because I realized I was being ridiculous. But I was like, okay, 5 minutes.
That's
But
good.
and now I'm doing the 20 to 30 minute workouts
Good deal.
that I'm doing. Otherwise, Yeah.
Yeah,
Stop drinking.
1,000,000 pumpkins. You do need to get back in that daily to-do list. It's
Mhm.
so helpful.
It does. It is. Yeah.
And
Yep.
Barb, stop drinking that coffee after noon.
Yeah. No coffee afternoon. Switch to tea.
That's what I do. In the
Mm-hmm.
winter, I have tea in the afternoon.
Yeah. But it does. The to-do list helps because I was a day late on getting my drawing done for my walking video. And last night I was looking at my book and I'm like, oh my goodness, I didn't do that. And I
Yep.
had to run in here and get that done.
We still have our list on the freezer
Uh-huh.
because
Yep.
there were things on there we couldn't get to. We had to test things
Mm-hmm.
out. So, for example, one of the things we crossed off was we have Grant done in the pig crate, hooves and tusks.
Uh-huh.
Norman's hooves are done,
Mm-hmm.
and Eleanor's hooves are done.
Mm-hmm. Awesome.
So it's really, really great.
Can you share with everybody an update on Norman? We're all team Norman.
He's improved. He's not 100%. So, long story short, he was limping on a right rear leg, progressed to being fully lame, and we ended up giving him an anti-inflammatory per the vet. Then
Mhm.
we progressed to an antibiotic and an anti-inflammatory, and now he is walking around out more, never stopped eating or drinking. All of that stuff was normal, but now he's limping on his right front leg. So he
Mhm.
could have a sprain. Um, we have looked him over completely several times looking for any
Mhm.
signs of heat, swelling, injury, anything like that. Nothing. At this point, it could be neurological or a pinched nerve or a strain in the soft tissue that needs to heal.
Mhm.
So he finished his medication. We are going to leave him be and see how he does now,
Mhm.
and we'll take it from there.
Mhm. Awesome. I hope it's just
Thank
as
you for asking.
and that he heals quickly.
I hope so.
Mhm.
And that's the other thing, Barb brought up. Most of our pigs have, um, what do you call it? Most of our pigs have legs that have developed along with their body, if that makes sense. Like you have little piglet legs and they grow with them and they
Uh-huh.
get larger.
Okay.
We kind of noticed Norman's always been very short-legged
Uh-huh.
and small-legged.
Hmm. Like
Um,
a corgi.
so, huh?
Like a corgi.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So anyway, just he was a runt, so he could have runt issues,
Aw.
but we will see how it goes.
Oh, did you see Joni's team
Oh,
Norman?
thank you.
We've had Norman on our prayer list.
Thank you. I appreciate any prayers for Norman. I just want him to get better
Mhm.
because he's a sweet little boy.
He is.
But he comes up to the fence to see me, lets me scratch him and
Mhm.
all that. And I say up to the fence because Grant's in there, and even though we trimmed his tusks, I do not hang out in there as much as I used to because there are tusks involved.
Mhm.
However, Grant is another sweetheart.
Yeah.
I couldn't ask for a better boy.
Mhm. All right, we've got just another couple of minutes. Does anybody, if there's any collaborations going on, go ahead and drop them in the chat for everybody to be aware of? Because I know there's some open collaborations. There's a hydroponic tomato one with Gail and Broke But Bountifully Blessed. There's the Walking 31 Days of January with Heather and Gail. Um, Anything you're aware of, Lisa?
Mm-mm.
Think I can't think either. Live closer with. Oh, daikon and red radishes to give away. Oh my goodness, I'd be all about that.
Pickle those daikons. Pickle them.
Yes, pickle them. Yep,
Pickle them.
I
Dehydrate
love
them.
the pickled. They last 3 months, and I'll swear that I've had some longer than that.
I love Pickled daikon radishes. Oh my gosh.
I did a radish video recently,
I
Barb. I
know.
think you left a comment. You might know what I'm talking about.
I do.
Yeah, but I think Barb did too. But Barb in there, like the way that I pickled them, is kind of like, with lime juice.
Yeah.
I like them like the Mexican pickled style.
YouTube Beverly Moffat.
Yes, try it. And then if you could try it the way I did it too, then you could have a couple different kinds if you have a whole bunch.
Thanks,
Grow What
Joni.
You Eat this summer, another collaboration with Jan, Kathy, and Susan. Is that simply Jan and Kathy over at Resourceful Living and Hillbilly Rant? Am I getting all? Is that who those folks are? Making sure I got my story straight here.
Awesome, Barb.
Oh, and of course, Survival Seeds is coming up. Oh, I just failed them miserably last year. With everything, all of my happenings in September, like there was no final video. I don't even know if they'll take me this year. Maybe I
They
shouldn't.
will.
Susan, okay, Butler Family Farm, Simply Jan Homestead. And is it Kathy at Resourceful Living?
Yeah, I didn't do it either, Barb. I didn't do it because it's just most of the stuff would give me fits to grow.
Mm-hmm. When I fail, okay, I did have it right, Kathy at Resourceful Living. When I fail, like I feel really guilty about that.
Indiana Backyard Gardener Seed Swap.
Feels like
We talked
pressure.
about that earlier.
Yeah, I did. I talked about Adrian's Indiana Backyard Gardening Sweet Seed Swap. Make sure you go watch her video. I'm not sure if she's got it up yet, but she has one up that tells you it's coming. But she's going to have one she's going to share that tells you what you need to do to be in there. It is the most fun ever. If you want to get like 40 seeds of different kinds of seeds that you didn't even know you ever wanted, then that's your thing to do right there.
We got to go.
Okay. All right, everybody. Time's up. So we got to run.
Have a
Oh,
great day, everybody. Thanks for
don't
being here. We'll be
forget.
on my channel next week.
Yep. Lisa's channel next week, and we'll see you then. Go out and do all the things. Start your little list. Answer those questions that we talked about. See you next time. Bye, everyone.
Bye.